hold in the fourth quarter, just 5 made field goals on 17 tries. And we'll be back at it tomorrow night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll have that one for you for a 4 p.m. pregame, a 5 o'clock tip. Well, for Carly Jimenez, our statistician, Glenn Waldrop, our engineer, George Ruggiero, and so long from Memphis. 9-0 Grizzly run in the final 307. The Grizzlies, the Clippers, 107-98. The Clippers Audio Network.
This has been LA Clippers basketball. The LA Clippers Audio Network. Don't miss the ball.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate.
Here on your exclusive home for Clippers basketball. On the move, stream every game by searching LA Clippers in the iHeartRadio app and make us a preset.
Living with constant knee pain at Home Orthopedic Institute, our award-winning team is changing the way knee pain is treated. From state-of-the-art cartilage restoration to robotic-assisted knee replacement, we use the most advanced techniques available today. We are proudly physician-owned and accept most PPO and Medicare plans. Call 1-800-919-3000 or visit HomeOrthopedicInstitute.com.
One segment, yeah.
Partner of the NBA. Maybe that's why we think about
1 for 9 to finish.
Plays, swagger.
So wait, what did they finish when they went over in the final 307?
We're thinking about
Or they
things
shoot.
that
I
are
can't find that off.
It starts with a lineup of star players.
Okay.
2025
307.
That's line. Capability that takes us to another level. The best seats in the house.
We're tied at 98. One turnover.
That propels us.
Or no, here we go. Tied at 98.
And available dual
Guard advance.
displays that steal.
0 for 1.
These are the
Turnover.
things that occupy our mind. Honestly, we couldn't have it
0
any
for
other way.
2. 0 for 3.
So 8:30?
Yeah. 0 for 3 with 2 turnovers.
Vehicle, Los
0
Angeles,
for 4.
4 keys to detail. Always
0 for 4, 3 turnovers.
inventory available.
Chick-fil-A SoCal is proud to be the official chicken sandwich of the LA Clippers. At any home game, if the visiting team misses 2 consecutive free throws in the fourth quarter, fans in attendance receive a free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich via the Chick-fil-A app. Download the Chick-fil-A app and make sure your location services are enabled to claim your offer before midnight. Download the app today for additional exclusive offers. Chick-fil-A SoCal is proud to be the official chicken sandwich of the LA Clippers. Remember, eat more chicken.
The game is done.
Wrap this one up.
The LA Clippers.
On the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Now, your pre and post game.
Clippers go ice cold the final 3 minutes in Memphis, and they would fall by a final score in this one of 107-98. Welcome into your post-game show. I'm Adam Moslin. Coming up, we'll get to your post-game box score. We'll take your calls on Clippers stock, but first back out to Memphis and back to Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, by my count, the last 12 possessions, the Clippers went 0 of 8 from the field and had 4 turnovers. Where did you have it at?
Where there's a guy late contesting, but the NBA stats will tell you all those 3 threes are open threes according to the NBA stats. And the Clippers couldn't get any of them down the stretch. It just, man, they just fell apart. It felt like this was a game where whoever was going to hit shots late on a 307 was going to go to the win. The Clippers couldn't hit shots, and they couldn't hang on to the ball.
Yeah, the turnovers would plague them. We saw it, as you mentioned, in the third quarter. It bled until the end of the fourth quarter. And James Harden only ended up with 2 points in the second half. Wasn't being as aggressive out there. Granted, didn't come back till about the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter, was playing less minutes. But just interesting. He had 16 points in the first half, just 2 in the second half of this one. And he and Kawhi at times just weren't as aggressive. I don't know if they had some tired legs out there after they were playing a little bit more up-tempo in the first half of this ball game and getting up shots or what, but they need a little bit more from their two best players. The defense, I'm not going to fault them on that end of the floor. I thought they were strong. They were solid on that end, but offensively, they were their own worst enemy with the turnovers, Carlo.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this Memphis team. I mean, they turned most of those Clipper turnovers into points. 17 turnovers for the Clippers, 21 points off those turnovers for Memphis. And this was a Memphis team that shot the ball well from the field because they're getting a lot of good looks on the interior. I totally agree with you. I thought the defense today was really, really good. Didn't feel like Memphis, who came away with 107 points, 7 less than their season average, was doing anything particularly well on that end other than hitting timely shots. Cam Spencer once again burns the Clippers. He finishes with 17, and Cedric Howard almost had his career high with 23 points, most of that coming in the second half. But you're right. The Clippers didn't get enough from Harden in the second half. They didn't get enough from Kawhi at times. Those two guys combined to shoot 2 of 16 from the three-point line. That hurts if you're this Clipper team. You just got to get better performance. Or, excuse me, 5 of 16 from the three-point line. The Clippers have to get better performance. Their guys felt like struggle this season against Zach Yee, just 10 points, 6 rebounds for him. That was a great game for Harden, finding 7 assists. He does have 4 turnovers. And then the Clipper bench that really shined in the second half, Adam. I mean, in the first half, they were going to have scored 26. At one point, he was an 8-point difference, 38 to 30 bench points in advantage Grizzlies. But the Clippers overall got good production from their bench today. And yet, they just were unable to win.
Yeah, Kobe Brown, 3 of 7, 2 of 6 from the outside. Had some timely buckets, 3 steals, 2 and 13 points, but not enough. This Clippers team going flat out cold at the end of the ball game. Last 3 minutes and 40 seconds, they went scoreless. It was just 2 free throws from James Harden, and then they could not get a bucket. And it was a run, a 9-0 run by the Memphis Grizzlies that would do the Clippers in, winning 107-98. Clippers, not a lot of time to dwell on this one. They're right back at it in Minnesota tomorrow. Same tip-off time at 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll have your pregame show right back here at 4. Carlo Jimenez, great call as always. We'll do it again tomorrow, my friend. Coming up next, your post-game box score as the Clippers drop to 6-17 on the season. They lose to the Memphis Grizzlies once again. 107-98 was the final. I'm Adam Mosland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
For 70 years, we've been known as the Humane Society of the United States. But as the challenges animals,
Hey, you got it. Safe travel. Stay warm.
we are now called Humane World for Animals. And if you love animals, you're part of our world. Humane World for Animals, the end of animal cruelty.
Hi, Dan from Toyota here to let you know that Toyota-thon's on. And what better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota? RAV4, Grand Highlander, and Corolla Cross. But to really get in the spirit, let's sing about it. So without further ado, riding through the snow in a new RAV4, hooray! To the slopes we go in a Highlander ski day. A Camry get hot cocoa, tooting to the tundra makes the kids go loco. Oh, what fun it is to make all the wishes come true. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey, so a new holiday classic. Let's sing it again. Toyota, Toyota, Toyota.
Dealer inventory May 3rd. Toyota ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details.
You guys tried these holiday cookies? Oh, good.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Here's a slam dunk for LADWP customers. Get a rebate up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or plug-in hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that to up to $1,500. Drive cleaner, save bigger, and power your future with LADWP rebates. These offers put more money back in your pocket while helping the planet. Visit ladwp.com/EV today to start saving. That's ladwp.com/EV. Proud partner of the LA Clippers.
This is LA Clippers basketball. Heard exclusively on the LA Clippers audio network.
Clippers losing Memphis 107-98. They dropped to 6-17 on the season. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. It's your Clippers Postgame show. 866-987-2570 is the phone number if you want to get on early for Clippers Talk on AM 570 LA Sports. In a ball game where the Clippers ended up shooting 10% worse from the field at 43%, Memphis at 53%. Clippers 14 of 44 from three. I remember the last time they got up 44 three-pointers in a ball game. Memphis 10 of 28, Clippers 14 of 17 at the charity stripe, Memphis 13 of 18. But the big number that stands out is what flipped things around in the second half. Clippers only had 6 turnovers in the first half. They had 7 turnovers in the third quarter alone. They finished with 17 of them, leading to 21 points for the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis had 16, leading to 23 points for the Clippers, but Clippers stars weren't good enough in this one. Kawhi Leonard just 10 of 23, 2 of 9 from the outside, 24 points, 8 boards, and 4 assists. But he and James Harden lost the basketball late in the ball game as the Clippers went scoreless the last 3 minutes and 39 seconds. James Harden only had 2 points in the second half, finished with 18, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, most of them coming in the second half. He was 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from the outside. And Ivica Zubac, just 10 points, 6 boards, only got up 6 shots in the game. Not his best performance against Zach Edey once again. He finished with 10 and 8 in 29 minutes for Edey. John Collins did have a nice ball game, didn't end up closing it. Perhaps some of the defensive miscues he had at the end of his last stint, but I thought it was one of his better games through the first 2.5 quarters. John Collins, 16 points in 25 minutes. 6 of 14 from the field, still just 2 of 8 from the outside. Did knock down a couple early, but then really started to struggle and miss from distance. Kobe Brown at 13 off the bench. He hit 2 3-pointers, 3 of 7 from the field overall. I thought gave them some nice moments. So did Kobe Sanders. Big highlight dunk in this one as well. He had 8 points. Nico Batum was 6, 2 of 7, though, from 3. As the Clippers, they got the volume up, but only hit 14 of their 44 attempts from the outside, and you can't have 7 turnovers in the third quarter after how well they took care of the basketball to start this thing. And they were outscored in the paint 60-36 by the Memphis Grizzlies and 41-30 in favor of Memphis with the paint points. Quick timeout. We'll come back. Clippers lose 107-98 in Memphis. They are 6-17 on the season. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
My name is Kyle Harrelson, and I drive a CRD off-road.
Toyota makes the vehicles. You make it yours.
I have a bed rack and a tent in the back. I have it lifted 2.25 inches in the front, 1 inch in the back. I can go over speed bumps in those off-roading trails. It makes it feel like nothing.
Now it's easier than ever.
You see Coach Lou, we might use it.
Okay. Oh, here you are.
We're partnering with leading.
Unless they already spot. I wasn't paying attention.
No, they hadn't.
So you can customize with confidence.
They hadn't gone.
My favorite spot that I've taken it to is where Colorado and Wyoming and Utah touch. It's a Blue Ribbon River, which means the fly fishing is incredible.
From suspension upgrades to roof racks, modify your Toyota truck or SUV at your local Toyota dealer just the way you want, with warranted customer or shop online at toyota.com/accessories. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Clippers fans, watching football is fine, but the real show, that's in the arena. And when you've got to be there to catch all the sights, sounds, and styles in person, Ticketmaster's got you covered. As the official ticket marketplace of the LA Clippers and the NBA, Ticketmaster has tickets available to every game. Even if you're making a last-minute decision, Ticketmaster's got you covered. And when you're in the building, you don't just see the highlights, you feel them. That no-look pass that makes the crowd gasp, that dunk that rattles the rim and shakes the arena. That buzzer beater that has everyone on their feet. And even if the fit checks off the court, that make you do a double take. So throw on your jersey, grab your crew, and lock in your tickets at Ticketmaster today. Because nothing beats being able to say you were there. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. Grab them before they're gone. Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. And we'll see you courtside, LA.
Streaming on the iHeartRadio app. This is the Los Angeles Clippers.
I'll go quick here.
Exclusively on the LA
Wait
Clippers.
for a little bit.
Yeah, you keep the music on, especially this song. Clippers lose in Memphis as they go scoreless the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds and fall 107-98 to the Grizzlies. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Moslem. This is your Clippers postgame locker room show. Coming up on AM 570 LA Sports, we'll have Clippers talk for you. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. Clippers next game tomorrow. This was the front end of a back-to-back. Tomorrow they'll be in Minnesota taking on the Timberwolves. 5 p.m. tip. We'll have your pregame show right back here starting at 4. Outside of Los Angeles, we're leaving you until then. In LA, it's Clippers talk next.
This has been LA Clippers Locker Room,
The official recap of Clippers hoops. Oh, yeah.
your post-game look at the LA Clippers.
Step back 3.
Don't miss a moment of Clippers basketball all season long right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network. Make us a preset by searching LA Clippers on the free
Download it now.
iHeartRadio app.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job.
With that kind of versatility, it's no wonder it's America's best-selling truck for 48 years and counting.
The 2025 Ford F-150, from California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, and loose stools.
Clippers talk. What's your name?
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine
G?
pancreatic insufficiency.
Where you calling from?
EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes.
G?
to break down
Have you
food,
called in
but
before?
EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored.
I knew there was. I remember somebody.
Love is the greatest gift of all.
All right.
But straight
No, I remember.
cash
I remember you. I
is
remember somebody from Miami.
Now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo.
Are you watching on YouTube?
Our gift today giveaway has begun. Earn 500 points on your rewards card.
Oh no, it's fine. I don't hear any sound. I was just wondering how you were listening to the show.
Number 4.
It's beginning to taste a lot like
Okay.
Christmas. Get your sugar cookie lattes and peppermint cake all month long at Pink Coffee.
3.
It's our birthday, and we baked you
All
a
right.
cake. We're giving
All right, G,
away
hold on for me.
1,000 bundled cakes to rewards members. 3 p.m. for 10.
And the number 2.
It's our Jackpot Palooza. We're giving away $25,000 on the 13th at 7 p.m.
And the number 1 reason.
Our New Year's Regency Ball. Don your crown and gown for a royal affair filled with fun, prizes, and fabulous good times. New Year's Eve.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, celebrating 20 years of good times.
Welcome in to Clippers Talk, the official postgame show of the Clippers on the LA Clippers Audio Network. Load up the phones and make your feelings known. Now, your host for Clippers Talk, it's Adam Austin.
Well, the Clippers were running in Memphis early on, not exactly walking, but then by the end of it, it seemed like they did start to slow down. But the turnovers sped up, and that would be their undoing, along with missed open three-pointers late as they fell to the Grizzlies in Memphis, 107-98. Welcome into your post-game show. I'm Adam Moslem. If you want to call in and not just spam in the chat, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. You can also get to me at Follow Adam A on X. Really disappointing loss by this Clippers group that I thought battled multiple times just to completely come up empty when it mattered most. In their last 12 possessions, they had 8 missed shots and 4 turnovers. So they had 6 turnovers in the first half. They had 11 in the second half, leading to 15 points, and costly ones at the wrong time late. They couldn't get out of their own way. The game was tied at 98 after James Harden went to the free throw line and tied it. A Wells miss, a Sanders rebound. Harden misses as Jock Lawndale blocked him. Wells gets an easy leak out bucket on the other end, doing a little bit of cherry picking, and the Clippers are down 2 with 3 minutes left. There was a turnover then on the other end that was challenged due to an offensive foul on Kobe Sanders at the 2:51 mark. The challenge was upheld. Kawhi came back in then. Triple J got a bucket on him. Memphis up 4. Sanders put up a corner 3. Kobe Sanders, where he was wide open, and he's a rookie. I'm not going to kill him for it, and he still had a good ball game overall. But Kobe Sanders had a wide open 3-pointer, down 4, and airballed it. Coward goes coast to coast for the layup, and now the Clippers are down 6. Nobody stopped the basketball. So a lot of the bad habits just rearing their ugly heads right at the end of this ball game. Kawhi misses a 3-pointer where he's now wide open off a feed from Kobe Sanders in the near side corner. Ivica Zubac had it for a second, and then he turned it over looking for Nico Batum with a miserable pass. Clippers still down by 6. Kawhi pokes it away from Jock Lawndale on the other end, leading to a shot clock violation with 1:22 left. Clippers back with the basketball. Batum misses a good look at a 3-pointer. Now Triple J gets fouled. He goes 1 of 2. The Clippers are down 7. First, I believe it was James Harden who lost the basketball in the left wing, goes into the backcourt. Kawhi gets it. Then he loses the basketball, trying to go one-on-one with Triple J, goes into the backcourt. They foul Coward on a layup attempt. He goes to the free throw line. Memphis ends up winning this game with a 9-0 run where the Clippers go scoreless the last 3 minutes and 39 seconds, and they lose 107-98. After most of this game leading, up by 4 in the first half, but that third quarter, thought maybe they had conquered the third quarter woes they had been showing out there. No, they had 6 turnovers in the first half and 7 in the third quarter alone. Just brutal. And James Harden, he had 16 points in the first half. He had 2 in the second half. Kawhi had 16 points in the first half, just 8 in the second half. And most of James Harden's 4 turnovers came in the second half. They couldn't get into their offense in the third quarter. They started to struggle then. I guess it was a sign of things to come to end the game. I think they had 4 points the first 5 minutes of the third. They couldn't get anything to go. But I thought there was a good sign from this team initially when they got down 72-67 after their offense came to a screeching halt. In fact, it was 72-64 after the Clippers had missed 7 straight shots. It was a sign of things to come. They're down by 8 in the third, and they actually battled back. Kawhi Leonard had a quick layup in transition, beating everybody down the court, 73-69. Then a floater. He was being aggressive, asserting himself. Comes out for Batum. Kobe Brown hits some free throws, and then Nico Batum hits a 3-pointer, and what was an 8-point lead for Memphis was a run for the Clippers that ended up being 13-4, and they led 77-76 after being down 8. Happens that quickly. But they had some bad turnovers to end the third. Kobe Brown looking for Cam Christie. Ended up with a Memphis bucket on the other end. They're down 80-77. Another turnover by James Harden going 1-on-4. It looks like box and elbows defense from Memphis. They were crowding him. Memphis floater. They're down by 5. Sanders did have a big dunk and an and one off a feed from Kobe Brown before the third quarter was over. That was encouraging. The Kobe's out there overall, I would say, were encouraging. They just had some really bad moments too. They're still young. Yeah, Kobe Brown's 26. It's Sanders. Kobe Sanders' first season. But they're down by 3 heading into the fourth quarter, and Batum hit a three-pointer right away. Thought they were in good shape. They were battling, but Coward ended up with, I need to see how many points he had in the fourth quarter of this one, because he burned the Clippers last weekend at Intuit Dome, and apparently they didn't learn their lesson. Cedric Coward headed into the final period with 12 points. I think he ended up with 23. Yeah, so he had 11 points in the fourth quarter alone. Cam Spencer ended up with, who was also a thorn in the Clippers side last week. He ended up with, I think, a big three-pointer in the fourth quarter, but 17 points in the ball game. It's not like Memphis isn't missing guys out there right now. They are. They didn't have John Morant. They've been banged up. Very winnable game, but they outplayed the Clippers when it mattered most in a tie game late and just pulled away to win this one. G in Miami, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Moslem. What's up, G?
I just feel like when opponents I think when you let these like Kobe trying to come in, when you let these young guys come in, I think Tyloo better get them an opportunity, run pick and roll with Tupac. Because they have the speed to be able to get around that curve and get downfield with the ball. And a lot of these is you can flash like go down with them, they get jump out of the loop, or they can get that floater and layup. Tyloo don't. That's the sort of that.
You want the young guys? Hold on. You want the young guys to run pick and roll?
Yes, hear me out. James Harden and Kawhi have the ball in their hand. I think James Harden got the ball in their hand. What happened is he figured out in the second quarter, he tried to figure out how James Harden. What happened is now when in the game, he took the ball, they took the ball, and now the floor got straight open. Right? You open the floor back up. Now they can drop down here, you can kick it, or you can get you can shoot a floater, or you can jump up in the spot. Think about it, that's what they look at the Clippers. They let the other guys come in, they're not just going to their main guys. They let other guys come in, they keep it on the back of their back side. They either keep the floater or they kick it out to the roller or they kick out for a three.
Well, I think G they would like Kobe Sanders to be able to run pick and roll the way you'd want him to. They would like Cam Christie to be able to do that. They're not there yet. They're not. I wish.
You have to allow them to do it.
Well, look, Kobe Sanders played almost 30 minutes in the game. It's not like young guys. Kobe Brown played 21. Cam Christie got 10 minutes. If you're willing to take.
When we was doing that run, we had guys like we had Noah Powell or who can like utilize the ball. We had guy that we sent to what we would even when we got I forgot his name, Bogey.
They're missing Bogey. Bogey can run pick and roll. They're missing him. Oh God.
On the offense, all of this saying like share the ball, move the ball. You don't wear out right now. You won't wear out Taylor. They'll be fresh going into the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. Because you allow other guys to make the other ball. All of them move the ball. Not let the ball kind of work that foot, but move the ball, get Taylor out of the ball sometimes so you can see how your offense will be able to move. You never know. You can get matched up with Dubois. Get him on the defender.
G, I hear you, they also have to prove they're more capable of it. I thought they were moving the ball well overall in the game. Kobe Sanders has been my guy. Kobe Sanders has been playing. He has been getting run, a young rookie. I remember his last summer league game when they had him run point. You know how many turnovers he had? 9. 9. 9. All right, dude.
Utilize the ball, run off it. It wasn't just wide game hard part there. You got no win ball. That's why maybe the
All right. Well, they went 18-3 at the end of last season while playing that style of offense, and they have two of the best isolation players ever. Gee, I appreciate because Kawhi got healthy and James Harden was healthy, and their offense took flight. They were playing, my guy, they were playing the exact same way. James Harden's been playing the exact same way forever. If you think he changed at the end of last season, I'm listening. Listen. Yeah. Good point. Good point. They're missing Bogey. They're missing Bogey. They're missing Bogey. All right, G. G, I see what you're coming with because you've been saying the same thing for 5 minutes, but I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. G, I'm trying my best. I'm cracking open my brain. I'm trying to wrap it around this high-level basketball conversation you're having about moving the basketball. I'm trying to comprehend it. G, how many open shots? G, how many open shots are? Maybe you could do me a favor and listen. Maybe we could have a conversation, G. Maybe we could have a conversation. We could talk back and forth. All right, I gotta take a timeout. Maybe I'll get back to G. I don't know. Yeah, got trucked. G just, he wants to get his point in. I feel like he had ample time to do so. We'll take a quick timeout. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. Maybe by the time the break's over, I'll be able to comprehend what was happening there. I'm at a Moslin. Clippers losing Memphis. They are 6-17 on the season. 107-98 was the final in favor of the Grizzlies. This is Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports.
Hi, Dan from Toyota here. So you know that Toyota is on. And what better way to end
He wants Kobe Sanders at the one. Is that roughly the take? Is that?
But to really get in the spirit, let's see about it. So without further ado, riding through the snow in a new RAV4 hooray. To the slopes we go in a Highlander 4C day. A Camry to get hot cocoa, tooting with a Tundra makes the kids go loco. Oh, what fun it is to think holiday wishes come true. Toyota Thon, Toyota Thon, Toyota Thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey, Presto, a new holiday classic. Let's sing it again. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota Thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details.
You guys tried these holiday cookies? They're so good.
Toyota, let's go places.
James Madison won, so what? They need Duke to beat Virginia?
Yeah.
That's in the arena. And when you've got to be there to catch all the sights, sounds, and styles in person, Ticketmaster
Like, how did the ACC
as the official ticket marketplace
What
of
kind of
the LA
tiebreakers were they
Clippers
running?
and
That's my
NBA.
question.
Ticketmaster has tickets available to
I saw the whole list. I'm like, how do you other than
Ticketmaster's got you covered.
About what?
And when you're in the building,
just like
you know
like a 4 or 5 way
highlights,
tie
you
and
feel
7 and 5 Duke
that
got it?
moment
Like, I know how the
it's
tiebreakers work, but I feel
that
like you
tug
gotta
that rattles the rim and shakes the arena.
foolproof it so that
Has everyone on their feet, and even if the fit checks off the court, that make you do a double take. So
I'm not saying you rig it like, oh, like in hindsight, but it just seems weird. Like you have a 5-way tie, and
Sorry, tell me again.
I'm just confused by like how I know how the tiebreakers work, but I'm just
Oh,
like,
in the ACC?
yeah. But I'm like, how do you allow a system that Duke gets in over
We'll see you courtside, LA.
everyone
Is
else?
it because? So what? Miami lost to 2 conference teams, right?
Yeah.
Louisville and SMU.
Heard exclusively on the LA Clippers audio network.
Man, I thought G was gonna hang out on hold and come back. I thought we were gonna continue the conversation. It was riveting. Right? It's not wrong. You got to move the basketball. I don't disagree with that. Clippers, when they tried to move it, they turned it over left and right in the second half, including down the stretch where in their last 12 possessions in Memphis, they would miss 8 shots and have 4 turnovers. Game was tied up at 98 with 3:40 left in the fourth quarter. Clippers were right there on the doorstep and just fumbled this one away. Just a really disheartening loss coming off the victory in Atlanta to lose in this fashion. I get it, Clipper Nation. Everybody in the chat is back to fire this person, trade this person. Wednesday night, everybody was great. It's weird how things turn game to game. 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. But the Clippers are 6-17. They're not a good basketball team right now. So shouldn't be surprised when they lose a game in this fashion. Oh boy. Harold in North Hollywood. Harold, you're on Clipper Stuff with Adam Osm. What's up, Harold?
Yeah.
No, it goes down because I know I can just lay out and let you talk, Harold.
He's already going to grow up with this. He's paying a lot of money. This to these players. And this downside, and people, you get a little agitated with the callers, and they got some good points. You become very defensive.
Harold, how long did I have that? Okay. You finish. It was more like they gave up SGA on top of it, but you got that part right. Oh, you know what? Fans aren't going to like hearing that because they want to blame Coach Lou all the time. So, no, I get it. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. So what do you think the solution is, Harold? Yeah, that's usually where things end up.
Half the season, being part of what value you have to praise? Even picking, you gotta get younger. You gotta get draft picks. But they're in a hole because they screwed up on that Paul George trade.
And I remember your call that day, Harold. You said it that. Oh wait, I didn't get a call from you that day. Huh. Jerry West was in there, and Trent Redden, I think, was there at that time. And I mean, it's
You know what? I hate to say it, Adam. I don't know when this team's going to be competitive.
well,
It's gonna be hard.
that's the crazy thing about sports, Harold. You just never know how things could turn quickly. We all thought it was a great trade at that time, and it turned out to be a bad one. So things could go the other way too.
Well, I hope so. It just seems like, they keep making mistake after mistake. Why did we get rid of Norman Powell? For John Collins?
Well, actually, it was Norm Powell's contract situation more than anything. But I appreciate the phone call, Harold.
Oh.
Have you gotten ample time to
Okay,
vent?
wait. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it, Adam. Thank you.
All right, Harold. Jamel in Pasadena. Jamel, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Awesome. What's up?
Hey, Adam, how you doing, brother?
Great. Just got my two favorite calls in. Clippers, unfortunately, couldn't come through in the fourth quarter, but we're all good.
Yeah, I hear you. I think in the third quarter our momentum was lost. Facing the turnovers, and I think in the fourth quarter we were trying to chase something that we couldn't sustain. And we had a 3-point shooting team this year. Unfortunately, we don't have. We let go of Mir, we let go of Norman. Even a while ago, Kennard. So it's like we have guys that can knock them down, but we don't have them no more. I feel like I said, we played from the inside out against Atlanta. We looked a lot better. I think Ty Lue got to start putting more trust in his lineups. I think he doesn't entrust everything all the time. I think he's like second guessing his own self. That's probably why he seems like he's overthinking. Because when he went with that small ball lineup, I think that's what threw the momentum off. Because now we was just scrambling in scramble mode, trying to figure out who's gonna get a rebound, figure out who's gonna stop big old Edie. We got big teams like this. This is when I think he should just
Here's my problem with that. Here's my problem with that, Jamil. They didn't lose this game on the defensive end. They lost it on the offensive end with the turnovers, as you mentioned. The Grizzlies got 107 points. Believe it or not, that is nothing in today's league. They lost this game on offense. They fell apart on offense.
And that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I'm saying. Like with the small ball lineup, I feel like if we just we need to keep a center in the lineup so we can have that secondary, scapegoat when we do get trapped, the traps that come up on us, when they do hedge on us, and we do get in limbo looking for an open guy, just throw it down low, let Brook go to work. That way we can have somewhat of a control in the middle. But I don't know. We got to figure this out. And it's like it got to be figured out tomorrow.
All right, yeah, or like 2 weeks ago, but it hasn't been. So I hope they figure it out because you're right. They have a game tomorrow in Minnesota. That is not going to be an easy one. Jamel, appreciate you always calling in, my friend.
Always talk about it. God bless you, brother.
Same to you. Quick timeout. Clippers lose in Memphis by a final score of 98. How'd they score only 98 points? Yeah, it was the offense. They lost 107-98. They couldn't score the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's what did them in. It was a tie game at 98. They airballed open threes. Like, we can overanalyze this to death and talk about, oh, this is big picture wise. Oh, they're not playing inside out. They're not passing it well enough. And it's like, or they missed 3 wide open three-pointers late, and you have to hit at least one of those shots. More Clippers talk coming up next. I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to AM 570 LA Sports. No sound for the casuals. Clippers lose in Memphis 107-98. Welcome back into Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland, 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. The Clippers in their last 12 possessions had 4 turnovers and 8 missed shots. And, yeah, a lot of those really good looks, open looks. Kobe Sanders airballed a three-pointer woefully. Young rookie. It happens. I'm not gonna get on him too much here. Josh in Woodland Hills, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Awesome. What's up?
Yeah, Adam. First of all, I have to tell you, I'm a big fan because I'm a Sacramento Kings fan originally, and you, I think, are from there. Whatever. We have ties to the Kings, and the Kings are horrible. The Kings are horrible. But the Clippers, they really, they have a lot of problems, and the biggest problem that they have is that Zubac had 10 points tonight. Zubac had some great games recently, but he was a no-show against a mediocre Memphis squad tonight.
Well, you mentioned the
And
great
that's
games
just
he's had recently. I hear he's done now. I hear it's over. His trade value is tanked too for the fans that want him gone. Like it's over. His career was defined by this performance. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know.
well, it's not this performance. What it's about is that Chris Paul was released in the middle of the night, and the Clippers did a great job of rebounding for one game. But you have to pair that game with a win against a terrible Memphis team. And what they did was they blew it completely tonight. They had the game, they were up by 6. They had this game completely, and they completely just unraveled at the wrong time. And I have to tell you, I think Kawhi Leonard, as good as his numbers were tonight, I think he needs to be traded. I think you have to rebuild completely with this team.
What do you think?
I think
what
you
do
have
okay,
to
what
move
do you,
on.
okay, what do you think they're getting for him? Tell me.
Giannis, Kawhi, Chris Dunn, and James Harden for Giannis.
All right, you're not serious.
You know,
You're not serious.
no, why
Josh.
not? Well, tell me.
Because the Bucks would
Honestly,
hang
tell
up the
me.
phone like I'm thinking about doing. but
No,
you're
don't hang up.
you're
Don't
a
hang up.
916 guy. I wouldn't do that to you. Uh, my friend, the Bucks are going to want a young player that can be a foundational piece and a lot of draft capital. So your trade idea
Well,
makes no sense.
Well, there's actually no sense at all with the Clippers because they gave all their draft capital to OKC.
So how does
100 years ago.
that affect the Bucks and how does that make your trade proposal any better?
Well, I'm talking about the actual team that the Clippers have today. Why isn't Christie playing more than 10 minutes a game? Why isn't he playing 30 minutes a game? Why don't you give
They're still trying to win.
Sanders and Christie? Why don't you give Sanders and Christie all the minutes that you can? Harden, who scored 50 against Charlotte the other day, had 18 points in 36 minutes tonight. How can he? And he didn't have 10 assists. So how can Harden only have 18 points in the game?
Because guys
it's
have
unfathomable.
bad games. It's not that unfathomable.
No. It's because
it's the NBA.
he makes so much money he doesn't care.
So he cared last game and he stopped caring tonight. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that there's no reason why Harden should have less than 20 against Memphis.
Okay. He had a bad game. It turns out good players can still have bad games, Josh.
Yeah, but Adam, you can't afford to have a bad game when you are 5-16 or whatever their record
You're
is.
right.
And
They have
you
put
just had-
themselves in a miserable position where their margin for error is extremely small, where they're not at some huge talent advantage, and they need to play much better. So you're saying you want to have a sell-off and go get Giannis for Kawhi and Dunn and what else?
Honestly, I'm not the bald guy on ESPN who does the numbers. I don't have all the figures in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm telling you is that there has to be a change. You know, it has to be.
Bobby Marks did not
opinion,
deserve that stray from you, Josh.
Yeah, but you know what? You didn't deserve the strays from Petros and Money all week. I mean, what you did the other night was perfect. It sounded amazing. It didn't sound like a guy in a dungeon or whatever they were saying. Like,
I mean, they find a way to have fun with it, and they'll mischaracterize anything. That's what they do, but that's why we love them.
Anything, they claim that you're upset with them, but I think that you helped. Like, they helped your brand. I think they helped the Adam. You know, the Adam brand.
I know they think that. And hey, if you heard them, you're the first person to say that you heard those segments to me. Actually, I haven't gotten a tweet.
Are you serious?
I haven't
Nobody else has brought this up.
Nobody's hit me up. I don't know, but John, hey, I've made it. I've made it. I made it. Finally, yeah. Oh my God.
I thought it
I'm
was
a made
amazing.
man.
Honestly, I thought it was amazing. Like I thought
It's like
what you said the night that Chris Paul was traded was perfect. I thought it was exactly what needed to be said. It didn't matter if your parents were sleeping in the other room or whatever. Like, it was perfect. It was perfect.
I'm set for life. I got a Petros and Money fan that listens to that.
How could Lawrence Frank dismiss Chris Paul in the middle of the night in Atlanta? Like, couldn't he have waited 3 days until they returned?
Apparently, Josh, things were that bad. They had already waited, and things were that bad.
Yeah, but things were bad enough for the Clippers to win 2 games in a row. Like Clippers should.
Oh no, I don't think they saved the season because they got rid of Chris Paul. Like Lawrence Frank said, he's not the scapegoat. It's not Chris Paul's fault that they're 6-17.
Yeah, but Lawrence Frank was hoping that they would be on a 5-game winning streak after they sent Chris Paul home.
Well, they played 2 games. They played 2 games so far.
Longer.
Hey, I get it. If you're frustrated about that, the whole thing, it's difficult. It is complicated.
I'm frustrated because
I'm frustrated because as a Clipper fan, I had season tickets when they had Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, and I could not give my tickets away, and it was the saddest ever because they were so good. They had JJ Redick, they had Chris Paul, they had Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. And guess what? I on Facebook, people would say, "Oh, if you're giving me the tickets, I'll take them." These were $130 seats. Like they were really good seats.
Josh,
Well, why wouldn't?
hold on for me. I got to take a quick time out. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on AM 570 LA Sports. I haven't gone this long with callers in a while, but you know what? People are upset. People are miserable right now. Got to be understanding to that. Josh, what was your most recent airing of grievances?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only thing that I'm most upset about is that I really think the blame should be on Tyronn Lue, and they put it on Chris Paul for some reason. But I really think that the only person that should be sent home is Tyronn Lue, and he's a good coach. He's a great person. I think I would trust him with my kids if he was babysitting anytime in the near future. But I do not think that he should continue to be the coach of the Clippers at this time.
All right.
I mean,
Your voice
doesn't
has
make
been
any
heard.
sense.
Your voice has been heard, my friend. We got you loud and clear.
And I also, in my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of James Harden. I think James Harden is a Hall of Famer, but I don't think he's a winner. And I think, if the Clippers want to win, I don't think it's going to be with James Harden in the future.
Okay.
I mean, that's just because of the history that we have with James Harden. That's all. Not the Clippers, but every team that he's been a part of. He's never won anywhere that he's ever been.
Well, let me ask you a question. If the Golden State Warriors didn't go out and get KD, I feel like the Houston Rockets probably would have won a championship. But victim of an era, I would say. And CP3 got hurt in that series too against Golden State. All right.
Yeah, but you can say if, then, and but.
But that's
you can say if, then, or
not
but
his that's
for
not in his
everything.
he's not a bad player or not a winner because he happened to be playing at a time that the best team ever was playing in the Golden State Warriors with KD. I think the Rockets Rockets team is one of the best teams ever. They just happened to be playing during a time where the best team ever was playing.
Yeah, but the best team ever was Russ, Harden, and Durant on OKC, right?
I wouldn't say that. They were very young.
Are you kidding me? Russell Westbrook, Harden,
I am
and
not
Durant on
kidding
the same team?
I'm not kidding you. They were very young. It was 2012, and they lost in 5 games to the Miami Heat. I appreciate the phone call,
But
Josh.
wait, hold on. Wait, one last thing.
I'm just getting bullied by the
You
calls.
can agree that the Sacramento Kings got screwed in 2002 because Donaghy fixed that series with the Lakers. You can at least agree that continues to be historical fact.
I can agree with the first half of that sentence, but the truth is Tim Donaghy did not ref one game in that series. So, no. Dick Pavetta, Bob Delaney, there were other guys out there. I appreciate the phone call, though, Josh. 916 forever.
Wait, but when Vlade Divac kicks the ball out to Ori for 3 to
Josh, this night is bad enough.
was-
This night is bad enough. I don't need to reminisce about that.
Like, what was Vlade Dottie like?
I'm taking a timeout. We got to take a timeout. Josh could go on forever about painful moments with the Clippers and Kings. Josh, I love you, my friend, but I got to take a break. Clippers lose in Memphis 107-98. I'm Adam Oslin, and this is Clippers Talk here at AM 570 LA Sports. Clippers can't score in the last 4 minutes. It was 98 all. They lose 107-98 in Memphis as the offense stalls out or unravels. I think is a good way to put it. I think Josh said that. Good phone call. 866-987-2570. Arthur in LA. Arthur, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Awesome. What's up, Arthur?
Hey, Adam. Yeah, I'll just call the pile in.
Pile in or pile on? Pile in or pile on?
I want to say Pastor Josh up in Sac. You said he had to take a timeout. Who was also on that 0-2 Sacramento Kings team? Chris Webber. I want to chime in with that. Also for Harold in North Hollywood, also Phil Jackson couldn't coach this team. Adam, I want to give you an explanation on this, then I'll hang up. You said players for expiring contracts. Now, going back a little bit, when the Clippers traded Danny Manning for Dominique Wilkins back in 1994, I remember, is that an example of an expiring contract? And I'll hang up and listen to your response.
I don't remember the terms of that deal. It just means they're in the last year of their deal. That's all it means, expiring contract. I mean, let's somebody that is going to be a free agent in 2026. Therefore, it's coming off your book. That's it.
Sure.
Okay. Right on, Arthur. Good to hear from you, my friend.
Thanks, good night.
And that's Arthur. Is this Josh calling back in from Sacramento? I see another 916 number. Am I being Josh? What's going on?
Yeah, hey. No, honestly,
I thought we were
I'm
good.
only calling back because
I gave you the Chris Webber timeout. What are you doing?
No, honestly, I'm only calling back because for the first time that I've ever called Clippers Talk or any of the other talks in Los Angeles, the person hosting the show answered the calls in the studio. So how do you do double whammy? How do you do both jobs? Like, are you like?
I'll tell you what. Josh.
Ambidextrous? Or?
First of all, I'm lucky to have Daniel West here, our producer. But there was a time where I used to run the show, run the board, what's that program over there called? Daniel, what was it called? Skyview. Run the music, do everything. I used to be a one-man band in here for like 50 days because our friend Katie Newton got sick with COVID and nobody else could do it. So this is nothing to me. I've been an intern here. Ask Petro some money. I'm still screening calls. Let's go.
It sounds like you could actually replace Marvin from the Dan Patrick Show like in a heartbeat, like tomorrow if you wanted to. Like that's crazy. That's amazing. You do music and you screen calls? That's crazy.
I would fade the music in and out. I would have calls. I ran the entire mixer board for many Clippers shows in here because during COVID, somebody got sick. They ain't coming in. So it was just me solo. But it gave me a good challenge. It was fun.
I have to tell you, one of the classic experiences I've listened to is when Ronnie Fascio called out Don McLean. Like literally, Don McLean is a guest host, and Ronnie Fascio says, "I don't care." Like Ronnie Fascio literally says to Don McLean, like literally, like stop trying to do my job. Like I do not care. Like it was hilarious. It was. I guess you had to be there, but very funny. But my question to you is there any way that the Clippers might make the playoffs this year? Do you think the Clippers have this run in them, or they'll play defense like they played last year? Like,
okay.
Or not?
Playoffs or play in, because there's a difference, and you know the difference.
Actually, it's the same thing because the NFL has a wild card. So the NBA has a play-in. Like, yes, I'm talking about.
No. The NBA.
Any type of extension of the season.
Okay. Any type of extension of the seasons. Okay, I got you there. Yes, I think they could get in the play-in. I think they could be the 8th, 9th, or 10th seed, but that is a far cry from what we thought coming into this season. We had much higher hopes than that. 3 weeks ago, I was like, okay, they could still get the 6th seed. They could still get the 6th seed somehow and not have to be in the play-in. Now it's, at best, it looks like a play-in team, which means, yes, it is technically the postseason, but you could be one and done. If you're in that 9-10 play-in and you lose that one game, it's over. So, yeah, these are tough times.
Adam, Adam, if you were the GM of the Clippers, what would you do heading into the trade deadline coming up in a couple of weeks, a couple of months or whatever?
A couple months? I would take
A couple
phone.
weeks.
I would take
Isn't
phone
it like a
calls.
few weeks?
I would take. No, it's February. Josh, I love you. I gotta let you go, but I'll answer your question. Okay? Call in again. All right. I would take phone calls on anybody because when you're 6 and 17, everything needs to be on the table. That's what I would do. Chris in Rancho Kook. Doesn't mean I would make the trade, no matter what people are offering on the other end, but I would be listening. Chris, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk.
I just noticed, like, another caller noticed how you be talking down to people. Like, how tall are you? Have you ever played basketball? You shouldn't talk down to people. I noticed that about this station. Like, you guys are radio show announcers, and you got the nerve to try to talk down to people. All you could do talk about other people's sports and what they do.
Who are we talking down to, Chris?
I'm talking about you.
What did I say?
The other caller noticed the same thing.
Harold of North
You're
Hollywood?
talking down to them. Just your whole attitude. Like you're better than them or something. I don't like your ass. You're a bitch to me.
All right, Chris. I can tell you're upset. I can tell you've also been drinking probably. I mean, I've let callers go for like 5 minutes tonight. I don't think I was talking down. I know in this business you can't please anyone. This is the type of guy I am. We come right back. First of all, I went back to Josh after the timeout, after a commercial break. Now I will go back to G in Miami. G, what's up? You called back in.
Yes, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come back in. I appreciate it. But so what I want to say is that the Clippers is going to make the play in. They're going to probably end up around about the 7 or 8 seed in the West, and they are going to go on a run. Like I told you last year, maybe end up going that 18-2 run. But back to my point is that in order for the Clippers to get it together, because they've been playing good basketball. All I'm just saying is they just need to move the ball a little bit so Kawhi and James Harden don't get worn down, and they could be able to make plays during crunch time and be able to pull out these late games be able to pull out these late games. They just be tired. Teams are double trapping them, forcing them to get the ball in their hand. They pick it out James Harden. Have full court. So all of this saying is let other guys. Because if James Harden not playing, the Kawhi not playing, guess what? You gotta let Kobe Sanders play. You gotta let those guys come on. The other guys come on and try to be playmakers. All I'm just saying, don't wait till they're not playing, and then you want to try to do it. Just go ahead and do it. And
Here's my question, G.
That's all.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think James Harden is going to change his style of play at the age of 36?
No, I don't think. No, I don't think James Harden. James Harden is James Harden. I'm not saying that get away from what allow you to be what you are. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at the game when Kawhi go on the bench, James Harden, like, I'm gonna give you a point now. Toward the end of the quarter, we never could get a good shot off toward the end of the quarter. We always turn the ball over. That's been consistent because James Harden get to the top of the key and he just pound. Instead of just get into the offense real quick, drive down hole, and maybe he could get a lob or a kick out or get a layup. He just run the clock down and then we just turn the ball over. So all I'm just saying is just move the ball a little bit, you know what I'm saying, so we can get better shots or allow guys to get in a more quicker rhythm. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying James Harden gonna change anything, but Ty Lue gotta step his coaching job. He gotta step up. If Lauren Frank say, "Yo, you my guy," now he gotta show that. Okay, I have to find a way to get other guys going. Even Zubac, find a way to get him good matchups. So he can be able to get himself going. And that's what Ty Lue did last year. But Ty Lue is not doing the same thing he's doing last year. It's like he's saying Kawhi and James Harden go out there and hopefully win me a game. You can win that way. And Ty Lue is not doing a good job right now. He's really not really showing his coaching skills. And I'm not calling him to be fired. I want him to keep his job, but he gotta step it up. He had to show that he can make some adjustments. Look at the guy from Miami Heat, the head coach over there. He made some adjustments, and Tyloo gotta find a way to, make some adjustments. This not working. So let me see if I can change my offense a little bit. Defense been better. Offense gotta get it going.
I agree they can always pass more. I thought their passing was much better in the first half, and it stalled out a little bit in the second half. I also think when you're turning the ball over like that, a lot of those were passes. They were bad passes. So
yeah, it was.
Just passing isn't enough. You got to make crisp passes out there. I mean, you have to make the right pass, make the easy pass. That hasn't been happening enough.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like, we're not a 3-point shooter team. We lost a lot of guys that was very knockdown shooters. So, we got to try to play to our strength. We more a downhill team, a perimeter team, and we just got to find, like I said, just find out what make us be what we are. And that's why I say Tyloo got to change it up a little bit. He got to get away trying to make guys who's not 3-pointer shooters, like consistency, like, shooting, knocking down 3 consistent. We got to say, okay, like John Carter. In the perimeter, John Carter's money. He can hit the little floater, the little jump shot. He can get to the rim. But the threes, it's not cutting. So I just feel like he just needed run screens for him so he could come off and shoot off the elbow or something. Like, I don't know, just get a little bit more motion in his offense instead of this you burning out Kawhi and James Harden. That might get it, that might change a little bit. And now teams can't really trap Kawhi or trap James Harden. They can have room to operate and everything because we got a little bit of flow in our offense.
All right. I appreciate it, G. Hey, G, were you talked down to tonight, or did you feel heard?
Oh, I feel heard, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for allowing me to just, express my 2 cents, and I appreciate everything you do, man. I know you get a lot of backlash, because, you try to keep the positivity for the Clippers, but you also keep a fair game and everything. So I appreciate everything you do, man. I love listening to your show. I listen to it as soon as the Clippers the game go off, I click right into it just to hear all the noise. But, like I said, the Clippers, they're going to get it together, man. They're going to get it together. Well, I appreciate everything you do, Adam, man. Great work.
Gee, I appreciate the phone call and calling in from Miami. Don't be a stranger, all right?
I will. Appreciate it, my brother. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Appreciate everyone in here. I get it's difficult during these times. Trust me. Not used to so many Clippers fans being this angry. They've had 14 straight winning seasons. I've been around for 8 of them. The Clippers at 6-17. Nobody could have seen this coming. And it leads to a lot of people being on edge. And I ain't going to get on you guys for being upset with this team because it's frustrating to me too. But I appreciate those who called in. Even Chris. I hope he has a better night. Yeah, I get it. I used to call in the shows. Maybe I'll play some of those calls for you sometime. Clippers lose in Memphis. 107-98, and they go scoreless in just about the last 4 minutes of the ball game. We're back after it tomorrow. Tip-off at 5, pregame at 4. Try to be nice to one another, even though the Clippers are bad right now. I'm Austin. We'll talk to you then.